President, distinguished guests, it is my pleasure to introduce today's guest speaker, His Excellency Mahmood Al Bastaki. His Excellency Mahmood Al Bastaki is Chief Executive Officer of Dubai Trade, the online single window of cargo movements in Dubai. His Excellency was appointed as an advisor for the Dubai Expo 2020 bid team. He is a member of the UAE National Committee of the World Trade Organization, and he is the chairman of the Customs and Trade Facilitation Commission of the International Chamber of Commerce UAE chapter. His Excellency holds a master's degree in electrical engineering from Oregon Graduate Institute in USA, 1998, and received a Bachelor of Science degree in electronics engineering technology from the University of Arkansas in Little Rock, USA, in 1993. He is a graduate of the Mohammed bin Rashid Leadership Development Program and Dubai World Leaders Programs in association with the Wharton School of Government in Pennsylvania, USA. His Excellency.
Thank you. Good evening, Professor Paul Wellings, CBE, Vice Chancellor of University of Wollongong, Professor Mohammed Salem, University of Wollongong President of Dubai, Mrs. Marissa Mastrioni, did I pronounce it right? Managing Director and Group CEO of University of Wollongong Enterprise, Professor Joe Chichara, Deputy Vice Chancellor. Faculty, parents, dear graduates, good evening. Do you guys think that it's great to have a master's degree? Yes? I would say no. Why? Let me tell you my story. In 1999, 18 years ago, I joined a company and I was hired as an engineer. And there were like 20 plus UAE national engineers were all hired. And after a while, I saw that we were all hired in the same grade, same salary, same position. So back then, I saw it myself. I had a master's degree from US with distinction. And I had 6 years of experience. And I was placed by the company in the same level with my colleagues who are all engineers, same title, same grade. So that got me frustrated, you know. I said, this company is... So I went through the chain of commands. I went to my boss. I said, boss, I have a master's degree. I have 6 years of experience. And my colleagues are bachelor degree, maybe 1 year experience. You placed us all on the same grade. It's not fair. He said, this is the company's policy. What, we can't do anything. Then I went to I said, allow me to go to the head of the human capital. So I went to the human capital head, asked him about my story. I remember what he did, this I will never forget. He drew a line for me, that guy. See, in this company, we hire all of you in the same grade, and whoever runs faster after a while, it's like a race, he said. This is the race line. Whoever runs faster, and we know that some of you will lose stamina and give up fast. So I had 3 options. After I heard both were not encouraging, they didn't satisfy my ego. I have a master's degree. So I had 3 options: leave, or stay and weep and live in agony and just swallow the bullet, or 3, prove myself. Which one I chose? Option 3, I chose to prove myself. I chose that those years I spent on myself, like you guys did in master, worth for me to prove to them that I am better than them. And I did. In 2 years' time, I was promoted to a senior engineer. So that gave me the assurance that that master degree that I have made me more polished, more determined to prove myself. So I had higher stamina. I would describe people with master degree with people who have higher immunity towards shocks of life. You guys in your degree, you have gone through ups and downs. You manage your personal, your work. Some of you are working. So just by the mere fact you've gone through, you passed this stressful moment, you are more immune now to face the new life in front of you. I have a couple of words for you before I leave. In the quest of knowledge, this is not the end. For some of you thinking that you've reached the end of the tunnel, this is just the beginning of the new tunnel. Be inquisitive. As much as you know, you tend to not know anything. Be humble in your knowledge. In Holy Quran, there's a very nice verse in Holy Quran. I will translate it. It says in Holy Quran, وَفَوْقَ كُلِّ ذِي عِلْمٍ عَلِيمٍ. Above every possessor of knowledge, there is one who is more knowing. So be humble. Humbleness should be your motto of life. Never think that with this degree, you know more than anybody else. It's a continuous education. What we learned in school is not what I know today. I've gone through many courses. I've learned a lot. I read a lot. I've been through so many seminars which put me on my toes. Nowadays, the school is good. Academia is good. The real world is more challenging. Every day, it's a new thing happening. If you see this, the past 20 years, if you post the position of social media manager 20 years ago, people will be laughing. What is a social media manager? Didn't exist. Nowadays, there is a post of social media manager. And that's how things change in life. And this is how you should be in life. You should be adaptive. You should acquire new knowledge. And look at Dubai. Dubai is a very unique city, ladies and gentlemen. As a government, it's very unique in terms of a government leading innovation. You don't see that. You see always the private sector leading innovation. Look at the government here, talking about blockchain, talking about, just last week, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things. It's amazing. For those of you who are trying to pursue job here, it's a great place to be in. It is the only place that's happening in the region. So I encourage you, for those who would like to pursue here, it's a great place with a visionary leadership that will take this place further and further. Two more things I want to tell you. Have common sense. I have noticed that common sense is the most uncommon thing. This technology, whatever you have learned, do not make you lose your basic human elements. What I do in my company, we design online services. I ask this question for any service we do online. Will people use it? Will it affect their life? Will it ease their process? So you have to always go back to the basics. Don't lose this common sense. Degrees is beautiful, go back to your common sense. When I joined this DP world, they have so many ports around the world. I had the passion to go and manage one of the ports in China. I asked the senior vice president of the guy who was handling the Chinese ports, I said, I don't have port background or port knowledge, but can I get the chance of managing one of the ports? I remember a very nice statement that it did not make sense to me back then. He said, I don't need a person with a port background. I need a person with a common sense. That lingered in my mind. Then I realized what he meant. ladies and gentlemen, be more inquisitive of knowledge, humble, never think that you know more than anybody else. Always learn from everybody. Learn from the person in the bottom of the organization. I was asked to do a contact center. I managed to interview every single contact center agent. And there were like layers between me and the agent. There was like the senior manager and the supervisors, but I had to choose the front line. It didn't make me conceited or pompous of I am the CEO, I have the master degree. No. Humbleness is what makes you succeed in life. I wish you all successful career, and University of Wollongong is one of those universities that when I receive CVs of the students, when I see the candidate is a bachelor or master degree of University of Wollongong, I pay attention to it. Not because they paid me. It's a well-reputed university, and it has its brand now. It made its brand strong that people now really respect the graduates of University of Wollongong. Thank you very much. God bless you.